You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Welcome back to the Trollhole Podcast, where we trash the trolls so you don't have to reach in, pull it out, hop aboard the troller holster, because we're taking a ride to the spit pit. I'm one of your hosts. Happy hump day. Spit on my lunch tray. It's me, Mike Lester, with me as always. You better get loud. You better get laugh and get loud, or he's going to finger gun the whole crowd. It's Ben Katzner, everyone. Ben, what's going on? Where the are we, Ben?
Oh, we're at Slam Academy, baby. Shout out to Slam Academy. Thank you for having us so much. Mike, this is a great episode. I'm excited to be here.
So
who do we have? Who's our guest today?
Our guest, very good friend of ours, an incredible comedian. You can catch his new special, Empty Nester, right now on Netflix. Please welcome to Hellwell. Please welcome to the program, Chad Daniels. Welcome in, Chad.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I saw you read my name off your computer screen.
No. Chet Donalds.
I thought this was in the Chet Hanks episode. I thought this was Chet Hanks episode. Let's do a little patois.
Yeah,
Just me, you guys.
Do a little Jamaican voice for us, Chad. Well,
Nope.
No, thank
I
you.
don't want to step on your.
This feels like a trap. Do a Jamaican accent, he says.
30 seconds.
Yeah, to the guy who looks just like he's once told his nephew, I wish we could sing Jamaica, brother.
Are you allowed
Well,
around
I had
family?
a bad vacation there, okay? I got robbed.
You're a Mexico guy. You're Glaciado Blanco. You get there for free now.
That's right. Filtered water.
They know the bit. Also with us today, the Ox God, the King of Queens.
Lord of the board, producer Neil, there he is.
What
Neil.
up, guys? Good to be here. Good to see you. Good to
I'm
see you,
not
Chad.
the, I'm not the
see
intro
you.
I
guy.
got a little
here.
mic going on
Really
too.
good to see
Yeah,
you.
Neil's got a mic.
I know, mic test.
He's got a lav mic.
A lot
Yeah.
of mic. It's one of those little ones they do for podcasts. I don't know.
I love it.
We're pros here, Chad.
Does your long goatee, does it scruff it? Do you have to get that out of there?
Ooh, I don't know. I maybe should move it to the side.
Damn.
Haven't thought of that.
Gotta stop the pod, do a Neil sound check real quick.
Neil, can you hear this? Everyone rub their beards on the mic.
Oh, don't rub your beards.
I definitely
Hell
can.
Hell yeah.
That's really just a microcosm of what a podcast is. It's just a bunch of dudes in a room rubbing their beards on
Rubbing
the
their
mic.
neck
Pretty
beards
much.
on the mic.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. This is great. I'm excited for this. It's gonna be a good time. Great oldies. I really don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I gotta be honest with you. All over the place. Chad, thank you so much for being here. How you
Thanks
doing,
for
man?
having me. I'm doing fantastic.
Good.
I love it. I got to drive in. I told you,
Yeah.
there's no way that with the quickest route, I took the quickest route here. It was as if I somehow in my pocket, you know, when you accidentally hit like red receipts or whatever for somebody,
Sure.
it's like I accidentally hit highways. Do not use highways for the map because I was back roads the whole way here. And I got to tell you something, I liked it because I saw
Yeah.
a bunch of shit that now I want to go do.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like
Like two beach
what?
volleyball courts next to a park, next to some water. I'm like, all right, yeah,
Okay.
I would love to go there and do that.
That does
Yeah.
seem pretty nice, actually. I bet you're kind of pissed. You're like, I could just stop here and not do a podcast right now.
I could just look at a pond
Yeah,
and
like,
relax.
What if I just have joy in my life for 45 minutes
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of talking to these assholes?
sit
But-
quietly, no content made?
Yeah, but you
Bliss.
said yes, so now you're here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you're
what
here.
if I drive the long way to get there and then they ask me about stuff that I've fucking talked about in therapy, the comments on my Facebook account or whatever it is.
A part of the podcast we didn't tell you is that your therapist works for us. So
Bring
actually,
him in. No.
And here's what you're not going to like. What I didn't tell you about me is I grew up without the internet. And so I don't look at a lot of my comments.
yeah, of course.
Because that's because I'm mentally healthy.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't look at your comments.
Yeah, but
most
just
people don't.
lots of people do.
Yeah.
Like
Lots
who?
of people do.
Why don't you list them?
I
Because
saw
here's the
that
thing,
glance,
right? Like
yeah.
I have two kids. If you do 100 things right for your children,
Yeah.
they will remember the one time you fucked up, and they will keep bringing that up. They'll never bring up the 100 things. And that's the same way with comments, right? You could read 100. This guy's my favorite. Oh my God! But you get one little fucking date ruiner. This guy's show sucks. That's what you remember. You're like, I ruined dates? I don't know what's
That's
happening.
actually a comment from your kids.
Well, I'm happy to be a date ruiner for that. That's like, I have a t-shirt, world's greatest date ruiner.
They listen to Footprints on the Moon and they're like, this is a perfect date night.
Yeah, dude, it's not. It makes our lives worse that we started this podcast. Like, we look at other people's comments, they don't look at them at all, and
Right.
we sift through. We try not to do. There's not a lot of like, kill yourself or you're fat and ugly. Or
There's
whatever.
some of that.
But we don't talk about that for other people because everybody gets that,
Sure.
regardless of who you are. Everybody just wants you to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Was there a podcast already on about obituaries and you guys didn't want to do that one? You didn't want to go research people dying and who they left behind?
Yeah, it just seemed like a lot of work. It's like, what if we just hurt our friends to their face instead? That'd be more fun. I like
6
that.
comments under.
But no, this is Daddy will take care of you. I'm Daddy, and I'll take care of you. Don't
Thank
even
you,
worry
Daddy.
about it.
And I'm
okay?
Mommy.
Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, Daddy.
We like to.
Before we keep going, I just pictured Lester walking into a room full of children going, Mommy's here. And the utter fear on all of their faces, just fucking puking up their packed lunch.
It's a good way to get your kids to be homeschooled. I think.
Yeah.
Is just to have Lester walk.
I pull their lunch boxes out from under my gown. I'm like, here's one, here's 2.
Children, today we're going to be learning about 3D printing a gun. Okay. Guess we're going home early.
That was almost an HR incident in my day job. I 3D print stuff now, Chad.
Yeah,
And I like to do bits around the office.
Sure.
Like, what if I 3D printed a gun?
You can't 3D print a gun at work.
Technically, I could.
And if you don't 3D print the bullets, I think you're fine.
Yeah. It's just
It's
like
just a gun.
It's a desk piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're fine.
Thank you, Chad.
I just threaten it and tell people to give me their lunch. I'm like, hey, you don't know if it's loaded or not. You don't know if it works. You don't know how good I am.
That weighs so much resin, but it'd be so funny.
I'd like everybody to know, I don't know if you have a camera on you, Neil, but when Neil moved his lav mic, he put on his sunglasses.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Neil does not have a camera on him. We like to keep him
I love
mysterious.
it.
You're giving a lot of Neil goss today.
I like to have
You
people
do
know
look
what's up.
great. You do look like you're trying to sell me Molly right now,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
respect
The
that.
glove show too.
I don't know what that means.
Whenever you need to
Yeah.
whenever you need to settle yourself, you just look over at Neil. Yeah.
One time we were doing a podcast episode, and Neil was just watching skateboard videos.
I never do that.
That was so funny. Dude, that's the real podcast, isn't it? Okay, we got to keep moving here. Okay, so our first segment on the podcast is always did anyone say anything weird to you this week? And then let's see the letters. Are we doing the letters? I haven't really watched back yet. Hell yeah, it's lit.
Yeah. Do I go first?
We're gonna go. You'll go last.
I'll go last.
Unless you
Okay.
really want to go first.
No, let me think about it.
You
Okay.
want to go first?
Mike, did anybody say anything weird to you this week?
You know, they did. It was my mom again. It was my mom again.
Put $1 in the mom jar.
Literally our number one fan. So this is just therapy for you guys.
Yeah. Apparently, at her Bible study, the girls were throwing around some homophobic stuff, and she is like, "I just don't say anything. That way, I fit in." And she's like, "I just think of all your gay friends and how hurt they'd be." And I'm like, "Why the fuck are you telling me any of this?"
Also, why the fuck are you going to that Bible group?
There's only one in her town. She can't go to her.
Oh, there's so many. She could go to another. She could just not go to one.
You know that therapist you were talking about? They're
Yeah.
taking on new clients. I think we got.
No, my mom's got a therapist. That's the crazy.
I was
thing.
not talking about her. I'm worried about you. That's a lot.
No,
That's a
I
lot.
got
Not talking about mom. He's talking about mommy.
Yeah.
Mommy.
That's a toughie. Yeah, you're just like, why are you telling me this? What do you even say?
Yeah,
about it?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. That's we.
But
what
that's how she fits in.
If you were-
she lets it slide.
if you're in that group, are you? I know you wouldn't be in a Bible study group, but if you're in a you equivalent,
I'd probably be laughing.
if you're that laugh. They're like, the devil is real. I know Satan exists.
I'm dressed like Laura Ingalls Wilder, just
Okay.
cackling. Sure.
Just in this conversation, like the gays stole the rainbow.
They took it away.
I think she should take you to the Bible study one time.
I would love a live pod at the Bible study.
Oh, no, I'm in it. Yeah, I guess
Can
we'll
I be a
go.
return guest for that one?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see how this one goes first.
Oh boy,
Damn, Ben.
a lot of
Fuck.
pressure.
You say that to every guest that wants to come back.
Yeah, all
Great
two,
way
all
to
two
network.
guests who have asked to come back.
Yeah, 2 people have asked to come back.
Yeah, that's a toughie. That is a good one, though. I'm glad that
It's a
happened.
great one.
I
Love you, Mom.
Yeah, we love you. Thank
Please
you.
stop quoting my intros to me, too.
Yeah,
She has texted me hopscotch on my crotch way too many times.
yeah, that's
That was one of my
a
intros.
classic Mike intro. Hopscotch on my crotch. That's pretty good. I don't have anything. I think we can all. This has happened to all of us. The thing that happened to me. I was at a club earlier this week, and
Which club?
I was there. And it doesn't matter where I was. And there were 2 comics next to me. The show was over, and a woman comes up to. It was Ryan Call, past guest, and Emma Dollenberg, past guest.
Yep.
And a woman comes up to Emma and basically is just like, Emma, you're like the light of my life. I've seen you multiple times. Every time the vibe you bring is incredible. It's immaculate. You are really going places. You're so good at comedy. I agree. Emma's very good.
She's great.
The person, I was like, okay, well, she's complimenting Emma. Me and Ryan are going to get nothing, of course.
Yeah.
Why would we get any? And then she goes, and you, she didn't know. And she's like, you, talking to Ryan, you were so, your energy was also good. You were so funny and you were so great and like really just good stuff. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, fuck, I know what this is. I've been here too many times. I'm sweating. My back starts sweating. I'm like, I know it's going to happen. And I'm like, she's probably just going to walk away. But then she kind of turns to me. And honestly, this isn't me. The person who said the weird thing was me. I'm going to be fully honest.
Oh, no.
I cut her off before I even let her get anywhere. She turned to me and she was like, and I was like, I'm going to kill myself tonight. You don't have to say anything. I'm good. I don't know where I was like, don't feel like you have to make me feel better. I'm going to blow my brains out tonight. Like I literally, because I know what she felt so obligated. And I've been there before, dude. I remember there was a America's Got Talent audition, and the booker for America's Got Talent was there and talking about like all these other comedians, and then got to me and she was like, "Did you see the show?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was on. You watched me do it. Not a big deal." And that was all bubbling up inside of me. So I was just like, "Yeah, man, I'm just gonna commit to it. You don't have to worry about me."
That happened to me at a Just for Laughs audition.
Oh.
But he like went out of his way to ignore me after my set.
Ugh. It's just so. We have a lot of audience kind of interaction things on here. And we're trying to like anybody who listens, like usually our fans, except for that one who DM'd us, are pretty cool about like approaching us in public or whatever. Or maybe, in general, comedy audiences, I feel like I'm okay with. But damn, it's like every once in a while, someone just, even without saying anything, cuts me down so low. Like she took me out. I was like, just walk away. Please don't.
Yeah.
You can't hurt me more than like I'm already mad at myself. But
We've said that so many times on this program too. Just walk away from us.
It's
Don't
okay.
try. Either
Yeah.
buy something or walk away.
Yeah, because nobody starts up here with Emma. Nobody is going like, "Oh my God, you're going places."
Yeah,
Every time you bring it.
Yeah.
And Ryan, we loved your energy. That's a
Yeah.
little bit of a knockdown.
it was already a
And
knockdown.
then
I
they go
felt
to you
it
and you're like,
depreciating.
"Oh, we're about to fucking connect 3
Yeah.
this bitch diagonally." And you know where your spot is, and you're just like, "I don't want you to go. You were here," or whatever it is.
And I felt a little bit. Ryan didn't do anything wrong, but I felt betrayed because I was like, well, we're both going to get burned by this lady. She's going to say, "You're great. You two good luck, you know? And then it was like, you're great. You're cool. I was literally like, fuck you. And I was like,
Well, you didn't even let her say fuck you, though.
no, I stopped. Because you could tell the wheels in her brain. She's like, I gotta say something. It's gonna be
But here's
racist
the
if I don't
thing.
say anything to
I
the
know
black
the
guy.
wheels in your brain.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, I was ready,
For
dog.
all you know, she was going to be like, and I saved the best for last. It probably wasn't going to happen because of my Connect 3 theory. But if she could have, we don't know. She could have been like,
That's true.
And for my last and best compliment.
Yeah.
You cut people off too quick, Ben, like that DM said.
Now I'm second guessing myself with my saying that you don't start here, you end up here. Because what if it is like a stand-up comedy set? This woman is obviously a fan. You have to start strong, middle, that's fine, and then you have to end strong.
Yeah, I don't think that's what was happening.
I don't either. I just don't want you to blow your brains out.
Well, I'm not gonna, but I wanted her to think I was going to, so she felt a little bad. That's normal, right?
Yeah, I need the therapist. Yeah.
She was just taking so much time that I could tell she was trying to like calculate like a thing that she wasn't lying but wouldn't hurt my feelings. And it's like, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah,
I thought I was helping her out. Is
Maybe
that crazy?
she was.
I get it.
Maybe she was looking for the words. Maybe she was a little slow.
I've been to 2 different kinds of therapy just today.
Oh wow.
So you guys are fighting over who's going to go to therapy? I've been there twice today.
Okay, well that's one for you, one for me. We're good.
Oh yeah.
Chad, has anyone said anything weird to you this week? Lately?
My girlfriend yesterday said to me, and I quote, "I hope you're excited. We're headed to the massage hole."
Oh.
Now, for a little context,
Please.
we were at the Greg Coleman golf tournament that raises money for YMCA of the North, right?
hell
A
yeah.
great thing. And on the 9th hole, there's someone there with a massage gun, and it says it on the card.
Yeah.
So, but out of context, if you're not looking at the card, we're headed to the massage hole. As we're driving through the woods, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm getting milked for sure.
Happy to.
I don't know. I wish I wouldn't have said that out loud.
What the fuck? Yeah,
Don't cut it. Don't cut it.
Chad's outside at the pasture. Yeah.
No, you know what milking is.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I just tagged you up, bro.
Okay.
I just tagged you.
I wasn't
fucking
sure.
bit.
I wasn't sure.
Of course, I know what fucking milking
Yeah.
is, dude.
You're a big.
My ancestors and
I don't
What
want
are they going to say to your mom at the Bible study now? And she likes the gays, and then her boy gets a finger in his stink.
That is not what milking. Well, I guess that could be part of it.
Milking is when you go up through the butthole and massage the prostate.
well, you can either do that, Chad, or you can. There's a contraption between the two of you, right? And you slide your member through a hole, and you get Chad.
Oh, you're talking about a milking table.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
But you can have your sphincter milk. That's correct.
Milking, so milking back, is,
Okay.
Yeah, you can stroke the prostate, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden, you're coming whether you want to or not. Thinking about your grandma or baseball is not going to help today. Because
It's like a steroid shot.
I mean, there is absolutely no stopping.
It's like a Pulp Fiction adrenaline shot. Except for
Because you just go, oh, I felt this part before. I can stop this with a little bit of a dick kegel. And all of a sudden you're like, no, I can't. I'm leaking.
How much would that free up your swing if that happened in a hole?
Oh my God.
I'm going to tell you right now, if that was the actual massage hole,
Yeah.
I could have driven it 500 yards. I'd be so loose.
Talk about swing lube.
Yeah, I'd be so loose in the caboose, hopscotch on my crotch.
It's pretty good.
My mom is screaming at her television right
Screaming, laughing. She's
I love
having a
that
good
she
time.
watches this on her television.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
even better.
She YouTube widescranes
I love it.
She's like, I'm watching it now. It's just so vulgar. How did I raise you to be so vulgar?
Okay, what's your mom's name?
Sylvia.
Fuck you, Sylvia.
Chad! No, Chad! No!
I thought
Chad, no.
I was just tagging your bit. Of course I know what milking is. I was just tagging your bit because I would make it more vulgar for you.
She's her favorite.
I'm crying.
I know.
She's her number one
Well, of
fan.
course. Of course.
It's her number one fan.
Of course I love her already just because of Mike. But I feel like she's going to church group. She's got to have a good sense of humor.
That's
She
the
goes to
clip.
Bible
She does have a
study.
good- she does have a
We're
good sense of
sending her
humor.
that clip right there.
Sylvia Lester is one of my number one supporters. I have to imagine too. I feel like
Remember the first time you met her? Remember what she did?
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Remember what she did?
No, what did she do?
She has to touch your hair.
Hey, can I say? Thank you for asking. A lot of people, I'm not going to say what kind of people, but a lot of people don't ask before they
Is it
say.
the what?
It could be a little bit of the daywalkers.
You ever get somebody to go, "Can I feel your hair?" and then put their hand down your pants?
No, but sometimes I offer that. I'll be like,
You should, yeah.
I'll be like, oh
exactly.
yeah, my asshole's over here. You know,
That's wonderful.
sometimes you don't know where your asshole's gonna be, so you're like, oh, it's back here. We're so off the rails. I don't know what's happening. I feel like whenever it gets hot in this room, we go
It
crazy.
really ramps it up.
Ah, fuck.
It really
Okay.
ramps
We
it
gotta
up.
get back.
Oh, the massage. How was the golf tournament?
Mike
Chad?
is gonna be mad because he would like to do that tournament. Mike is
Raised-
an avid golfer.
Raised a
I
lot of
played
money.
golf
Yeah,
with
you. I didn't know
we've
that.
played golf
One of the
Okay.
worst rounds of my
At
life.
Columbia, I think it was. The golf tournament's great, and regardless of what happens, it raises money for the YMCA, which is all these kids programs, and you get kids in sports, you get kids in these team building things. It's obviously great for everyone's future. So sorry for the TED talk, but
Yeah,
you
I
like
mean,
did
fuck
you-
you, YMCA.
Did you destroy any of them?
the kids,
Yeah.
they weren't there.
No. It's more of like a be heard, not seen thing.
They're the caddies.
So it's like all these companies buy a spot in the tournament, and they have
Yeah.
4 people with them.
Yeah.
And then there's a fifth person
Ah.
that golfs with them. They say it's a celebrity, but that term is used very loosely.
You've been doing a lot of you've thrown out a first pitch at a baseball game,
Sure.
at a Twins
Yeah.
game. That's pretty big.
It was fun.
Wasn't there? Did you do anything else, or was that? I thought weren't you at like a.
Was it a Wild game? They
That's
put me
what it
on the
was.
old thing.
Yeah. You've been.
Going to the old
Vikings.
Loons game on September 18th.
Where's the loon?
You're a celebrity.
The soccer team here.
Oh, they're called the loon.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
kicking a
I like that name, bro.
a goal for them?
I'm gonna do whatever they ask me.
Yeah. What do you do at the
You
opening? of
kick a
soccer
goal,
game?
you spit on the ball and kick it at someone?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's what I do. Dude.
We let's keep it cooking here.
That's European milking.
You kick it right at their sphincter and they come. This is one of my favorite eps, dude.
All right. So, Chad, question we like to ask people when we get into it. So, first of all, I think we talked about this before, but you don't look at the comments. You don't like to see any of the stuff, right?
I'm not a huge, so I have someone that helps me with social media,
Nice.
and they will send me, if it's a fan, like, I've been a fan for so long, they'll send me that stuff so I don't miss it.
Mhm.
Sure.
But I don't want to have to sift through the
Yeah.
who the fuck do you think you are comments.
Yeah.
That
to
would be
get to
such
that
a
one.
funny social media manager just sending you the
Oh,
most
I know.
hateful shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy's got your address, Chad.
This lady says she wants to push you out of a 747. Do you want to respond or no? Yeah, that's nice. It's nice to have a filter for that. Like a filter, someone who is, it's already filtered, and then the person is filtering before it gets to you. That's great.
It's
I
just
like
a
that.
lot, because if you were going to do it, there are so many social media outlets that you would take you all day.
Yeah.
And so they just go through and they pick some messages and they pick some comments and send them over. And maybe that makes me seem like a dick, but I'm telling you, I cannot sift through all of it just in case.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, that's healthy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good. If you have the ability to not have to, if the goal of social media is to get so big that you no longer have to engage with it. You can have someone else do your actual engagement. That's what everybody wants. That is the dream. Like
And
genuinely.
I will stay out in between
Yes.
shows. I will stay out and talk to people
Yes.
as long as it takes. In Denver, the middle went up, and I was still outside talking. So if it's at a show, if you come by a ticket and stuff like that, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean that's part of the deal for me. But
Mhm.
I just again the comments, it's too dicey, man.
It's tough. We absolutely. I think a lot of people who've been on this podcast would agree with you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. This is another fun one we like to ask people. So on Instagram, what does your explore page look like? You know what I'm talking about?
I do. It is. Thank you for asking, though, because that's
Sometimes people don't know.
I
It's
know
okay.
how old I am. My explore page is basically calisthenics, like how to
Oh.
do handstand,
I get a lot of those sometimes.
and then golf swings,
Yep.
and then occasionally I will look at Nelly Corda's golf swing because I think
Oh,
it is
yeah.
the most pure golf swing out of men and like all golfers.
Yeah.
I'll look at that, and then the next thing you know, there's a girl wearing her shorts up her asshole
Sure,
and
yeah.
hardly anything on her tits, swinging a golf
Yeah,
club.
that's Grace Charis.
You hear that, Sylvia?
I've even
Mike's
seen
like-
it, and I don't golf.
That's hilarious. Mike's like, she has a name and I love
She
her.
has a name, Chad.
Oh, well, anyway, so sometimes that'll come up, and I
Yeah.
try not to click on that shit because then I know it's just going to get flooded with that
Yeah.
shit. I think you have to click on 50 golf swings to get golf swings in there, and you have to click on one like hot girl swinging golf club, and then all of a sudden it's just tits and ass.
Yeah, yeah.
That should be the ratio.
You got to
That's
avoid
fine.
Grace, Paige Sporanic. You know, you got.
Wow, you
These
know
people-
all of them.
At least one of these people's come up on this podcast before. 100%. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you get horny when you play golf?
When I play golf.
Yeah, you're like, God, I wish there was
When I
a.
fucking think about golf. Nelly Corda, though, great swing. Mo Norman-esque. You ever watch any of his stuff? He was a Canadian amateur in the 50s, but he kind of invented like the single plane swing.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the guy that puts the ball out in front of him
Yeah,
more? Yeah,
yeah,
I do
yeah,
know who you're talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just mutters to himself and just fucking peers it shot after shot.
Yeah, then they slow down what he was saying, and it just says, "Watch this, bitch."
Yeah, it's
That's
been,
what he's,
yeah,
that's
it
what he's
literally,
muttering to
yeah,
himself.
yeah.
And then he just strokes it right down the fairway.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh,
This is the podcast you
love
always
squeezing
wanted.
in that
Just
golf
getting some
talk,
golf talk.
wherever I can.
If the boy can talk about golf or birds, he's so happy. So I'm just gonna let him
saw
cook.
Grace Charis. Hard not to see her.
I
gonna
hope
let
you
you
can
cook.
zoom into that stare somehow. Good for
God,
you.
I'm gonna let you cook,
It'll
bro.
be good.
Yeah, timestamp that
Oh,
one.
dude,
That was,
I edit the camera switch.
Okay, we can.
Calisthenics, though, can you do a handstand?
right now, I have to do the feet on the do a handstand onto the wall and then do push-ups like.
That's pretty good.
Holy
I can
Because
do that.
I would love to. So my daughter eventually is going to get married,
Sure.
and I know she's going to want to do the craziest fucking first dance. She's not going to want to do, normal spins and the slow country song that makes everyone cry. It's going to be like everybody was kung fu fighting, and I'm going to have to jump off tables and hold a handstand or something while
Yeah.
she slides underneath my arms or something fucking wild. So I'm starting now because I think I probably have 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to try to stay in shape until that happens.
Yeah.
And then all bets are off. And if my girlfriend's listening, you fucking heard.
That is.
Yeah.
That is. I've never heard somebody be like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to stay in shape for my daughter's wedding." Like no one's ever said
Not for the wedding,
Sorry,
just
for
the first dance.
Yeah, that's
That's
incredible.
What
Okay.
if there's another wedding?
Then they're on their own. They're on their own. I'm not first dancing at a second wedding. Fucking no chance.
What if he's a really nice guy?
That's
Jack?
pretty good.
No.
Okay, I respect that. I don't think you're gonna have to do a handstand at your daughter's wedding,
You
but
have
just in case.
I really do think I might.
You think you'll have to like spin on your head?
I think I'm going to have to do a shoulder spin. So I've been trying to do that too.
Oh, a
like
spinneroonie.
Olympic breakdancing type
Yeah,
shit.
like that shit where
Like
you're
your ray gun.
you
Yeah.
keep coming up to this position and you have to push yourself over to keep going. Yeah, so
Okay.
a lot of calisthenics on my where it's like, here's how you do this. I'm like, well, I'll try it. I'm gonna end up breaking my neck doing this shit.
You're just doing like up downs and toe touches,
Yeah.
and like Kelsey gets home. She's like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "I'm just in case my daughter gets married soon. I got to be ready." You're like,
Yo, what's
"Okay."
actually gonna
Or a
happen
war.
is my daughter's gonna be like, ready for our first dance, and I'm gonna have to blow into the straw to move my wheelchair to go out on the dance floor, just like, dude, type it in. I love you so much. Congratulations on your wedding.
What the fuck happened though, Chad? You're in a wheelchair.
Because I'm trying to do handstands. I'm gonna snap my neck in half.
You're calling her like, are you dating right now? All right, well, don't rush things, all right? Don't rush anything.
We're gonna be doing the ceremony at the hospital, so bring everybody by the bed.
You
Daddy
didn't
will be
break
here.
up with your boyfriend. I just cracked my neck. I need some rehab time.
I'm in traction. Don't say yes.
I'm sorry, Miss Traction. That's what we'll dance to. That's what we're gonna dance to.
Mm-mm.
Okay. You don't have to like it.
What do you mean?
You don't have to like it. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm.
I respect.
Oh,
Okay, let's get into some comments. All right, so this is the part of the pod where the point of this whole thing is the absurdity of people being in the public eye and the wild stuff that people will just say to you.
Sure.
So we like to kind of go through and just pick some comments and just we're not making fun of you. We're making fun of the crazy shit that sometimes people will say.
I am never going to take this to heart.
Okay, good.
Or am I?
Here's another one from Frowning Fathers. Is it just me, or does Chad look like a cross between Tom Green and Eminem?
I've heard it all. I haven't heard the cross between Eminem.
Okay,
I hear Tom Green and I hear Tim Allen in the middle of changing into Santa Claus. in the Santa Claus. And then my girlfriend will go, "Oh my God, you look so hot today." I'll be like, "Do I?" Tom Green and Tim Allen, do I? And she's like, "Why don't you believe me?" It's because everyone else fucking says the other thing.
I got called Tom Green once.
Yeah, I'm like, I think if you're a white guy who does comedy, someone's gonna call you Tom Green at a certain point. I think that's just kind of like a rite of passage.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
fucking God.
I don't know that most people
Tim
know what Tom
Allen
Green looks
turning
like.
into Santa.
That's a tough
What a
one.
crossover, though. Tom Green and Eminem.
That's why I thought it was
That is
interesting.
the bum is on my lips. The bum is on
Yeah,
my lips
yes.
lyric.
Will someone get this poo poo off my bum bum? That was my favorite line of it.
Is that in the song?
Yeah.
That's classic.
I remember watching that live on MTV, going like, "This is the apex."
This
of
is
comedy.
my brain's melting. We think you look good.
That's nice of you to say.
Here's one.
We can't hear the synth through the wall. We're still good. Okay, all right.
TikToker. A lot of people lip sync your bits.
Sure.
It's amazing. Here's one. Here's a comment on one of those from Demon Diesel for Josh Wolf, greatest ever.
They just the whole thing is like Chad Daniels bit. I'm doing Chad Daniels. Everyone's like, Chad Daniels is really funny. And this guy's like, yeah, Josh Wolf. This Josh Wolf guy. They think you're Josh Wolf, which is I think is really funny.
But did Josh Wolf comment on that?
No.
Oh, really?
It was
That'd
like
be so funny if
That's-
he commented his own name.
Sometimes, no. Sometimes Josh Wolf will comment on my clips.
Okay.
And then someone will comment underneath him. It'll say like, Josh, why are you commenting on this? You're the greatest to ever do it. Which makes me, and then the company that I work with will send that to me. They're like, "This is fucking hilarious. Do you want to do anything with Josh with this?" And I'm like, "I'm good." I mean, Josh is great, but I'm
Yeah.
it is
like,
objectively funny, but also hurtful. Yeah.
That's a good collab. What's like your dream Josh Wolf collab?
oh, probably just going on and doing a song with him.
Yeah.
Oh, does he do music?
He does music sometimes. He's very talented man.
Has he ever done the Fully Loaded thing? Do you guys ever?
I've
ever cross
never met him,
paths? Okay.
but I know him through Kelsey.
Gotcha.
He could rap, you could dance.
That.
You like that?
Well, I could
Yeah.
also rap cross between Tom Green and
Yeah.
Bum is on the wall too.
Yeah, that's right.
Hell yeah, dude.
My dick is an edge.
We gotta get Tom Green also. We also need to get Tom Green and Josh Wolf on the pod. Neil, write that down.
yeah. Email him now. Neil.
Eminem also.
Click off the X Games video and get. Here's one from Spongeworthy. This was on you and Kelsey's foosball.
She had a show.
Yeah.
Well, Wrists of Fury.
Wrists of
That's
Fury.
where we
Fury.
met for the first time.
Yes, and a lot of beautiful comment. A lot of people who listen to your podcast and then in hindsight will go back and be like, "Oh, this is where they first met."
Yeah,
and like a lot of very beautiful. I need you to know a lot of very positive comments. That's just not what we do
I know,
here.
it's called the Troll. It's
called Troll.
Right.
Yeah. So we like to kind of make fun of the ones that are just weird, but there are a lot of like, dude, this guy's been my favorite. Like I found him on Pandora to see him on this thing is awesome. Just saw him live in Omaha. It was
Just
great.
so you know,
Mhm.
I don't need you to do this. 2 hours of therapy today.
Okay.
I'm doing just fine.
Okay.
You bring on the hate.
Okay.
Tom Green
Not
is a
hate.
great comparison, Chad.
I agree. Thank you.
Yeah. Tom Green's awesome.
The forefather of podcasting lost a ball to cancer.
Okay. I feel like I just lost you to something. What the fuck? Okay.
All right, this is from Spongeworthy. I have zero idea who either of these people are and no clue how this video started playing, but I ended up watching the whole damn thing, enjoyed every minute. This is my mom for sure.
This is probably the lady that came up to me and was like, "You're amazing, you're amazing, you're
I
alive."
have no idea how this video started playing.
This is on Instagram or where is this?
This was on YouTube.
I'm following Spongeworthy.
Yeah.
I am. Anybody that just goes, you know what? I'm going to let it rip.
Yeah.
That's someone I can definitely hang out with.
That's one of those. That's such a funny. That also could just be someone with like, it's like a brain injury, and they're like, "I don't know how anything's working. I don't know where I am."
They're in a hospital room.
These people are lovely. Somebody help me! Like,
My grandson came in and hit a button, and now these two people are playing table soccer.
I thought the Roku remote was my life alert. Now I'm watching two whites hit a ball around. Okay, Derek Huff 5815. Chad Daniels is the white Ali Sadiq.
I think that's a really nice one.
I don't know what that means. Other than, do you think storytelling?
Yes.
Neither do I.
I mean, if I will tell you this, if I take it as storytelling,
Yes.
that is a huge compliment.
That's a very
Ali
nice
Sadiq
compliment.
is a fucking
Incredible.
on the Mount Rushmore of storytelling. I mean, his specials are his life in succession.
Yes.
Now, if this guy's saying I belong in prison, well then fuck him.
I love the way your brain works. That's not at all. I was like, I think that's like the nicest compliment.
It is a
ever.
very nice compliment if that's what it's about.
What do you think? One more, and then we'll
Yeah,
wrap
let's do
her
one
up.
more before the fucking bass blows the wall down.
yeah. This is on your Something's Burning episode that you did with Kelsey. Craig Smith -QQ3SR. It's one of those weird open relationships, I'm sure. She has spoke about liking open relationships. Just saying, smiley face.
He wants to get in. He wants to get in. Yeah, she, I believe her, well, I'll let her tell it when she
I don't
comes
know
back
anything
on here.
as we're reading this, like maybe this wasn't one, but like I think it's funny that someone saw you two on Something's Burning being like, well, obviously they're open.
Well, she has talked about that previously in her life about
Yeah.
that stuff. I confirmed before she moved all the way from Washington that I'm not into that.
Sure.
And she was like, yeah, me either.
Okay.
That
So-
looked like a good pot pie too, Chad.
I'm telling you, I could eat an entire thing. It had 4 pretzels. I could have eaten all of it. It was unbelievable.
Well, what it was a pretzel pot pie.
It was a chicken pot pie in the pie crust, but on top, instead of pie crust, it was those big ass Bavarian pretzels, salted.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Wait. Okay. This is remind. So
I like touched my television when that like popped up.
Yeah.
You're also watching YouTube on TV. You and your mom are in separate rooms touching the
I'm
TV.
like, that's yummy.
Before we get into our last one, I do want you. You have one story I think is very fun. You've been doing the Fully Loaded tour with Bert Kreischer.
Yep.
You've gotten to do a lot of arenas.
Last 2 years, yeah.
Wasn't there one you came out in like a very interesting? Didn't you have like an interesting kind of like intro?
Well, so I don't like walk-up music
Okay.
because I think I just don't look cool to any song, any genre, anything.
Well, you should try Eminem next time.
I've tried it. It doesn't work. And so, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? And I just walk out there, hey, guys. But so they go, you have to have an intro song. It's your last time out. And I go, okay, I'll have an intro song. And then we were in Oklahoma City, I believe, where the Thunder play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they had these horses that you sit on, these mechanical horses. And when you pull back on the reins bar, your feet you stand up and then you sit back down. It's almost like you're on some sort of like teeter-totter.
Sure.
And it makes the horse go forward. And so I was like, if I'm having a song, I want to come out to that. And is this what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So then they ended up playing Sabotage by Beastie Boys, and I just rode out on this horse and then had my thumbs in my pockets like a cowboy and started talking in a Southern accent, and people were really into it until I broke accent, and they were like, fuck you. Yeah, that was... But it was such a fun show. They were such a good crowd.
Yeah.
That they came back almost immediately.
That's funny. So that's like you weren't like making fun of them. You were just like,
No.
I just think this is fun.
Yeah, because it was my last night on the tour. And I just wanted to do something silly, and everybody, because you start doing this thing, there's 12,000 people, and you go, well, I got to do the good stuff. I got to make sure I'm tight and doing this stuff. And then finally, like Big J goes up, sits on a stool, and still does crowd work, and just has the camera point at the person he's talking to. So then they're on the big screen.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, well, then I can just be as loose as well. So
yeah,
that's
awesome.
Then I started doing dipshit stuff like that.
That's so fun. I love that. You just gotta have fun in this business, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you how to have fun. Stop reading the fucking comments.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of our business model.
Yeah, sorry to poke a hole in your
The
podcast.
Southern accent, though, that is kind of stolen valor.
Yeah. Because that's all I'm doing in Austin, baby. Okay, so we have one final comment, and I'm gonna just fully say it is wild.
It is one of the.
I'm ready.
But
It's
here's what we
crazy.
like to do for our final comment. We have both come up with responses to this comment to like defend your honor, and we will post we will post the one that you want us to post from our troll hole account.
Oh, I fucking love this.
Yeah, we haven't physically done this yet, but we got an episode like 50 or 100. We're gonna
do
do
a whole
it.
episode
Yeah.
to doing it.
So you tell me, I'd love to know everything about it. How long ago was the clip? What is the clip that the comment was on? What is it on Instagram?
It's on YouTube. It's another one from the Wrists of Fury episode.
Okay.
And this was commented a month ago.
1 month ago.
And it's from Tony Upsman. And Tony says,
Look this motherfucker up.
Tony says, I was really confused as to the timeline here until I looked and saw that it was 4 years ago. These two were doing everything they could to literally not fuck on the table before finishing the match. I've never seen that kind of immediate chemistry before. Hats off to you both. Longtime fan of both of your work and stand-up. I don't do podcasts and was completely ignorant of your relationship. What an accidental perfect match you guys are. No, without further ado, make some babies.
So is one of the responses you're going to post, thank you? That's a fucking great thing. So this is interesting, right? We do this episode, first time we ever met. She is married. I am in a very happy long-term relationship.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so
I don't think I would have picked this comment.
yeah, like nothing was going on.
Yeah.
But we got so many comments that said, are you guys dating? That chemistry's crazy. We got messages. Both of us got messages on other things like Insta, whatever it was. And then we didn't see each other, I don't know, for a year and a half or 2 years or something. And then she found out I was single. She was single at that time, and then started talking. And she was like, "Did you get these comments?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got these messages too." And she's like, "Do you think we should do something?" I'm like, "I suppose."
Yo,
I mean,
that's so cool.
But also, like, look at you and look at me. Yeah, we should do something. I bet you've never gotten Tom Green and Tim Allen. I would be happy to make ugly babies with you.
Wow, the comments brought you together.
That's incredible, actually. That's really nice.
Yeah, so this thing is like pretty normal.
Okay, well, we'll see what our responses are.
Do you want to go first, Ben?
Yeah.
Did you write one, Ben?
Yeah, I wrote it up here. I got it.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ben.
That's how I used to do my papers in high school.
Yeah.
Damn it. No.
I'll do one.
Yeah, you go first.
I think you're mistaking my competitive face for my horny face. Do you think the Olympics is porn?
Okay. So mine tweaked a little.
Did you not write one?
I wrote something and then tweaked it a little bit during the episode because I think this is a fun callback. Mine is just if you thought the chemistry was great there, check out the Patreon where we pull out the milking table. That's what I think. I had to adjust on the fly. So which one of those would you like us to post, and we'll do it?
Well, I'm going to tell you which one and why, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why first, because I will always take an extra monthly subscriber. So I'm going to go with the Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go, Ben.
Although I love yours.
This is this part's always probably a little awkward for the guests.
Can you tell I'm a dad with 2 kids? But I also love yours very much. But if we have to pick one, this time
You're that mommy, like mine too.
And next time I'm gonna pick yours because that's how this works.
It's okay. It's kind of a landslide as far as who's won.
Well, we don't really have to get into who won or who didn't, but I'm 1-1 on the Chad Daniels episode. Hey, Chad, thank you so much for being here. Do you have anything you want people to know? You want any plugs? Anything?
This was awesome. Well, you could go to my website chaddaniels.com for tour dates, and also, most importantly, if you want to throw on Netflix and stream Empty Nester, that'd be great.
It's a great special. It's incredible. You're very talented, and you have also a bunch of other hours out if you want. If you're gonna start with Empty Nester,
down a rabbit hole,
go there and then work your way backwards, and you have literally 130,000 hours of material probably out there.
And you got 2 great podcasts: Pretend Problems, Middle of Somewhere.
Yeah,
come on,
that's right. You could listen to all that stuff too.
Absolute fucking content factory over here.
No, just don't do anything else. I have no hobbies besides
anything you want to plug?
At Just Mike Lester on all social media. I'll be headlining the St. Louis Funny Bone September 12th through the 15th. Headlining Acme, just found out December 26th through the 28th in Minneapolis. Come out to Christmas week at Acme. Come on.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, Ben.
Say it like that. Hell yeah. You can check out my weekly show at Zora Darling every Thursday at 9 p.m. I'll be headlining in Eau Claire in September. I'm going to be in Duluth at the...
Ooh, you got in at the Jade Fountain.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Set up the room for you.
That's going to be... That's good to know.
Make sure they remember the show's happening.
You do Jade Presents?
Yeah, but
probably...
it's a smaller. It's it's not Jade Present. It's something else.
It's awesome. It's an awesome room.
That's Duluth in October. I have just check out my Instagram. I got a bunch of dates on there. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. Done a build up to YouTube. Got some news dropping eventually, and that's the place you want to see me. Neil, what about you, dog?
You can catch my music at 7 Swords on all the Insta stuff. And my weekly comedy show at Weston Mall called Make Culture.
And you can see him at local skate parks around the neighborhood.
Doing kickflips. Let's go.
Hell yeah. All right. And as always, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And for everybody at home, go to hell.
Go to hell. Go to hell. Till next time, go to hell.
Go to hell.
Chad, you want to tell him to go to hell quick?
Sylvia?
No, Chad.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.